Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Okay, Gary Morgan with Michigan Runner, Michigan Travel. Well, I'm at the Bataan Death March Expo in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Well, it's awesome here because I am meeting the race director of the Las Cruces Marathon, State 47. His inaugural event was just last 2 months ago. So we're going to talk to him here. I see he likes the road runner. So anyway, what's your name?
Hi, Shane Asbury. I'm the race director for the State 47 Marathon here in Las Cruces.
Okay, well, you told me you just started this race this year, an inaugural race. So how'd that go for you?
First annual year, we had over 500 participants, 47 states represented, 2 countries. So it was a successful event.
47 states, 40, and this is the 47th state admitted to the union. Awesome. Now, you were telling us that you had done, you'd been a race director somewhere else before here.
Yes, I was the race director and co-owner of the Tucson Marathon for a number of years.
What made you come over here?
Las Cruces needed an event, and so I applied for the position to bring on the marathon and brought it on. The first year we had a half, and then I built it up to a full marathon. So the half, we had about 109 participants right after COVID, and then when we did the marathon, I created the name the State 47 after Las Cruces, knowing that the future would be on the actual birth date of New Mexico.
Which is
so it's January 6th. So
okay.
New Mexico
the day or that weekend.
Yes, that weekend. Yeah, so we celebrate that week no matter what.
Cool.
And so State 47 coincides with the state becoming a part of the union. So
I see the Roadrunner is kind of your symbol.
it is. The Roadrunner is the symbol for Las Cruces.
It's a state bird?
Yes, well, state bird, but they have a big one when you come into town, coming in from the California side on the 10.
Okay.
You'll see a big one at the rest area there.
Okay.
So this is the overall award I give.
Oh, that's what the winner gets.
The winner does. The
Oh.
marathon was about
A little bigger, obviously.
and then this was for the half.
Awesome. People must love that.
They love it.
Yeah. And now you tell it now, it was interesting. You told me that 90% of the people who ran the race were from out of the area.
They were from out of town, yes. Like I said, we had about 35 participants from just Chicago alone.
So how many did ran from Las Cruces? Or within 50 miles?
50 miles. El Paso
You got
was
a
a
lot
big
of
one.
El
We had a lot of El Paso,
But
just over 100.
So Las Cruces, what, like 400?
400 were out of state, yes, sir.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it was good. Yeah, I marketed it mostly to the 50 state folks for the half marathon and the full. And I had the previous year when I did the half, the first year I had the half, we had 19 states represented, which I was like, for a half marathon, I was very surprised.
The half is the big event.
Yes, the half.
We're working with an older population.
Yes.
So marathons are getting a little bit too long for us older folks.
Right.
The 50 plus crowd.
Right. We actually had a guy who was funny during pack and pickup on that Friday. Flew in Friday from Hawaii, ran Saturday, and left Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he did. He just came in to run.
So
He was on his 3rd round for 50 states. It was his
I know.
third.
There's people that do
Those
that
people
one
are
too,
crazy.
Show me your medal here. The one here where you got the pin, the extra, the
Yes.
extra medal.
So this is the
Full marathon.
This would be the one that they get. This is what I did for the 10K, 5K.
Yeah.
So I do awards. So I do charms.
And you do that for the marathon too.
That's for
The
every-
top 3 in each age group,
Yeah.
they get a charm, and you just add to the medal.
Yeah.
That is an awesome idea.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I love it. I'm a race director. I love it. And your shirt is really cool, the whole deal.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You've got...
Next year we'll be celebrating the state's birthday. So I got rid of the 10K, 5K. So in honor of the state, we're doing a 4.7, basically an 8K.
Oh, that'd
a
be
celebration run. People get sunglasses, all kinds of fun stuff. I'm going to have mariachi band. We're going to have chili peppers roasting. It's going to be a fun event. So we're really going to celebrate New Mexico on January 6th, 2024.
I might come for the race. My birthday, January 7th.
Oh, it is. Well, we're going to have cake. So I'll make a special cake.
Well, I could discuss it. I may have to come to the race.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, some of my friends who went to school here, so.
Love to have you.
Well, that'd be awesome. Well, like I said, we'll put this up on Michigan Runner.
Yeah.
And let people know all about this awesome event.
Yeah, and our announcer is from Visit Las Cruces. He's actually the play-by-play for New Mexico State football, baseball, and basketball. And yeah, so he's my co-partner on the event. He works for Visit Las Cruces.
Well, people in Michigan will love to hear about it.
Yes, I'd love to have you guys. Please come out and support us.
Oh, definitely. Awesome. Okay, well, I got somebody here with the Valor Group that helps out young people with ministries, and as they get into the service and as they continue, and he'll tell me about the program. What's your name?
My name is John Cross, and I'm the Valor team leader for the Great Lakes region. So I cover down on the schools with ROTC programs in the states of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Lower Michigan.
And how long have you been doing this?
So I've been doing this now for 2 years. Yeah, so I retired 4 years ago from the Army. My last assignment was as a professor of military science at Illinois State University, and I recognized during that time frame that spiritual fitness, while we recognize it as very important for our ROTC students as well as our student veterans, there's just not enough chaplain coverage in the military to take care of all the ROTC students. So this ministry, Valor, that I work for, seeks to do that, to help give those ROTC students a strong foundation in spiritual fitness as they get ready to go off and become military officers.
Do you help veterans after they leave the service, or during the service, or is there another group that helps with that?
So there are plenty of groups, other groups that help with that as well, but one of our focuses is also to help veterans on campus. So the student veterans who have decided to go back to college or go to college for the first time using their college benefits they've earned while in the military, as they're on campus, making that transition from the military life into the campus life and onward into their civilian lives after that. So we do have a branch within our organization that takes care of them as well.
Oh, that's great. Well, it's nice that you guys continue helping, because I know military and civilian life are two different, and especially if any of them have had wartime experience, I'm sure it's a totally different ballgame.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it can be a bit of an eye-opening experience to come from a combat environment, come back, transition very quickly, and then decide to go to college, and as a result, the experiences aren't going to be the same. And so sometimes there's some head scratching, trying to find purpose of one's life, and then, of course, being thrown in with a new peer group who doesn't have the experiences that a veteran does. And so, adjusting to that reality can be sometimes a bit of I won't say it's not a problem, but it's a challenge. And so the Valor group also helps provide that community with fellow veterans who are going through a similar experience.
So I have somebody here from the Bradford Veterans Addiction Recovery Program, and here's one of their people who run it, so he'll let you know all about it. What's your name?
My name is Jason Smith. I'm the veteran liaison for Bradford Health Services Veteran Recovery Program. We're based out of Madison, Alabama, and we have treatment centers in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. I'm a retired Marine. I did 20 years of active duty. I'm also in long-term recovery. I've been in recovery for 5.5 years. So what we do is we treat substance abuse disorder. We also deal with PTSD, trauma, and grief counseling. There's a lot of different therapies. So if you ever need help, go to Bradford.com or BradfordHealth.com. You can call me at 516-350-4827. Be glad to talk to you. I'm a certified peer recovery support specialist. We'd love to help you see the other side, and there is hope. So just glad.
Now, are you a nationwide program?
We are nationwide. I mean, we're really in the southeast, but we can take folks from anywhere around the United States, which is.
And now, do you work with other groups on this? Other recovery group?
Yes, sir. We most certainly do, because we have people contact us from all over. So if there's a better location for them, more convenient, we're going to send them. At the end of the day, we need every treatment center to be top notch. take care of our vets and our military community and everybody that's struggling with this disease. So we want to put people in contact with the right resource and give them the help they need.
How long has this program been going?
For about a decade now. I actually went to it 5.5 years ago, but Bradford's been around for about 45 years plus, and so they've been in the addiction space for quite a while. Yeah, big name down in Alabama. They're just expanding right now, and at the end of the day, we're just trying to get people to find hope and get through this.
And you doing the race tomorrow?
We're doing the Bataan Death March, and we'll be partnering up with Memories of Honor, doing the full ruck with them. I'm going to be carrying some of my buddies with me. And yeah, I can't wait to get out there on the hiking trail and whooping on tomorrow.
So Decker's Lab, those they're selling the Army boots here. That's what you see a guy there wearing as he's doing a skydive trip here. That's what they look like when they do the parachuting. And over here is the 160th story. Night Stalkers don't quit. They jump out of a helicopter. These are the Decker boots that the Army personnel wears. Pretty cool. Okay, well, the guy with the skydiver, he's wearing Decker Lab shoes. Well, that's what they supply the U.S. Service people with those shoes, and they have carbon fiber on them. They run about 160. But Decker Brands they don't just make these shoes. Decker Brands is with UGG, Colabera, Hoka. They help out with the Ativa, which is a hiking type shoe, Sonk. So they are the ones who helped out with some of this carbon fiber technology and use it in these shoes here. So, and they're these boots here that the service guys wear are very reasonable. They're only $165 or $175, which is a going rate for a good pair of shoes. So I was impressed. The rep here just told me that they use carbon fiber, and then they make some shoes without them there. So it's kind of cool. Okay, I'm here at the VFW booth, and I have one of the commanders here who's going to tell us all about the VFW, because I see them everywhere, but I never knew what all they did. So he's going to tell us a few things. What's your name?
My name is Chris Archuleta. I am the state commander for the department in New Mexico.
Okay, tell us what all the VFW does in the community and for veterans.
First and foremost, what we do for the veterans and their families is beyond more than I can say.
Just a few of the basics.
A few of the basics that we do for the families is we help them with benefits. Is what we do. Community service, our VFW posts worldwide do outstanding community service. Things like blood drives, membership drives, buddy poppy drives, food bank drives. That's what we do. We also have a lot of volunteers that do stuff within the church, so that counts as towards our community service as well.
Excellent. And anything else you'd like to say about the VFW?
When it comes to fighting for our benefits, the VFW is always number one, fighting for our hard-earned benefits in front of Congress.
Well, thank you for doing that. Without advocates, Congress and American people can forget about who helped keep us free.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for your service, and thank you for doing this. Okay, well, I'm here at the Bataan Death March, at the sign up the registration pickup here at the Las Cruces Convention Center. And here is the race tomorrow. It's the Bataan Death March Memorial Marathon. Going to be at White Sands Missile Base. So anyway, this is the original, what the soldiers went through back in 1942, January 7th through 4/9/42. It was 110 degrees, 69 miles in 5 days. It started down at the Bay of Bataan, right down by the ocean, and they hiked all the way up to Camp O'Donnell. It was 69 miles. They made 75,000 Filipinos and Americans, troops in Bataan, were forced to make the march to Tetris March to Camp O'Donnell, nearly 1,000 Americans died. Thirsty and exhausted, those who attempted to steal a sip of water from roadside streams or collapse along the way were shot or bayoneted on spot by Japanese 200th Coastal Artillery, New Mexico National Guard, no mama, no papa, no Uncle Sam, no battling bastards of Bataan. Americans and Filipinos shelled by own guns from Corridor. Death March begins. The marchers made the trek in intense heat, were subjected to random brutality by Japanese guards. Thousands perished. At San Fernando, that was 55 miles. They were transferred to freight cars, approximately 120 per car. It was crazy hell back then. Hey, this is where the race tomorrow, or the march, is starting up at White Sands Missile Base. And as you can see, it will be 26 miles. They should cut all the points, as like I said, at White Sands Missile Base. And over here, here's what we have to do in the morning. We have to be there at 6 a.m. We have to be on the course. We have to be up there by 6 a.m. And you will not begin until you cross the start line. Bataan Marcher will escort each division of the start line. Wounded warriors, runners, military light, civilian light, military heavy, civilian heavy, honorary. For those who have entered a heavy division, you may take your rucksack off during opening ceremony. The time does not start until you cross the start line. Okay, well, I'm here in the memorial room, and like I said, the map here of the Philippines showing where the entire march kind of happened. It was a crazy time, to say the least, there in 1942. Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Gary Morgan with Michigan Runner, Michigan Travel. Anyway, over there, that building, I'm on White Sands Missile Base here in southern New Mexico, just not too far from Las Cruces here in southern New Mexico. I'm getting ready to do the Bataan Death March Marathon, 26 miles to the base, lots of sand, roads, you name it. So it'll be fun coming through here. About 5,000 people are doing the half and the full here today, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Well, today, it's after the Bataan Death March marathon. It was a phenomenal day of doing a race and watching fellow Americans and people from around the world, Filipinos, It was a great experience. Lots of service personnel out there. Over 5,000 people did the race, the honorary half, and the Bataan Death March Marathon. A phenomenal experience there over in White Sands Missile Base. That was the 34th annual Bataan Death March Marathon. I learned a lot about the whole Bataan Death March, and the reason it's held here in New Mexico is because a good portion of the prisoners and people who had to walk in that were from New Mexico. New Mexico National Guard, Army. They were the ones, Marines. Many of them were from New Mexico and came out of the bases here in New Mexico.